day 8 of this war, and it's still not clear from Washington's point of view what the end game is. There's one military analyst who is saying this might all come down to the long game. Who can last the longest? If you listen to what Trump said earlier, according to him, the U.S. has decimated Iran. It's destroyed dozens of ships and it's destroyed its communication capabilities. But then what we're seeing on the ground is that Iranian missiles and drone attacks are very much ongoing. According to one military analyst, this might come down to the long game. Who can go the longest with this war? For Iran, it might be a matter of slow and steady. From Washington's point of view, they have told us again and again that this war would go on for 4 to 6 weeks, maybe even 8 weeks in order to reach its military objectives. But it may come down to things like public opinion. At the moment, the majority of the polls say that the majority of Americans are against this war. But if you look at Republicans specifically, there are less of them who disapprove of it at the moment. That might change if there are more American lives lost and the longer this war goes on, because regardless of which party people fall in, the American public doesn't have an appetite for a forever war, as we keep saying, and this is something Trump campaigned against. He did not want to draw America into any of those things. So the timing for the U.S. may be a little bit limited compared to what Iran has going forward. The other types of things that we should look at is things like oil prices. That's the type of thing that Trump does care about. Stock markets, oil prices, those are the types of numbers he does care about. At the moment, we have seen a little bit of a spike in oil prices and a little bit of a dip with stock markets, but nothing that he is concerned about. He thinks that those are under control and those are temporary for the time being. The U.S. has a backup plan right now for how to handle oil supplies. They can tap strategic reserves if they need to. They have said that the military will get involved in making sure that oil tankers coming out of the Strait of Hormuz can be secured if needed. So the U.S. has a plan for that at the time being. But like I said, the longer this goes on, if those numbers change and the public changes, then we might see a different messaging from Trump. There was a bit of confusion earlier in the day because there was a statement made by the Iranian president in which he appealed to the Gulf neighbors, saying that Iran would stop all attacks if they were not attacked back. He even apologized for the past few days.
This decision has been reported to the armed forces that from now on they should not attack neighboring countries or fire missiles unless those countries want to attack us, and I think we should resolve this through diplomacy so that we don't face problems by fighting with neighboring countries.
So it appeared as if he was appealing to the Gulf countries to pressure the U.S. to stop. But then we saw the strikes continue almost immediately. And we also saw a message from Trump in which he said Iran was losing the war and that Iran would be hit very hard, to which Iran also responded back saying that the U.S. had pretty much killed any chance of negotiations almost immediately. So it's all coming down a little bit to who controls the narrative. And if we listen to the messaging from the Pentagon and the White House the past few days, this could go on for 4 weeks, all the way up to 8 weeks.